You know, movies are art, and art is subjective. I like to remind people of that all the time. Everybody doesn't like the same movies, everybody doesn't hate the same movies. There is room out there for all kinds of opinions. But today, I have a list of 10 movies that the public at large, the general consensus is that these are bad films and people don't like them. And in some cases, people flat out hate these movies. Well, I am Chase with ABA Pop Culture, and I am here to tell you that these 10 movies I actually love. So pop that tape in. I got you. Let's go do this. All right, so 10 movies that I love that everybody else just seems to hate. They're not really in specific order. I guess kind of they are. They kind of are because some of them maybe it's middling, but overall the general consensus is people don't like these movies. And in a couple of cases, I didn't like them the first time I saw them, which is the case for number 10 on this list, which is Batman vs. Superman: Dawn of Justice. Now you have to watch the ultimate cut. I still put the theatrical cut in the I don't like that movie, but the ultimate cut that restores like 40 minutes of film, yeah, that cut is pretty badass and I like it. A lot of people still don't like it. They don't like Ben Affleck as Batman. I thoroughly disagree. I actually like his Batman. It's very rugged, Frank Miller style Batman. If you don't know that, look up Frank Miller Batman and you're going to find a new appreciation for Ben Affleck as Batman. The movie does try to do a lot. And when you had that theatrical cut that was shorter, that kind of takes away from it. And you just don't have the time because they were already doing so much in this film. And with the exception of Jesse Eisenberg, who I still don't care for at all as Lex Luthor, that was a bad piece of casting. I love the rest of this movie. I really, really do. And the more I watch it, the more I like it. And I understand people don't like it. And, well, they're just wrong. No, I'm just kidding. You can have your opinion, but my opinion has changed on this movie. Very much so. And so I think it belongs on this list because I thoroughly enjoy the ultimate cut. Still a thumbs down on theatrical cut. But the ultimate cut, that's where it's at. So it's got to come in on this list at number 10. Now, next up on this list is one that you just have to have a fondness for. Maybe you just had to be there. You just had to be there. And what I mean by that is I'm a kid. I was going to the video rental stores in the early and mid 80s. So I was kind of there. I was there for that boom. I was there for when you had to pull movies off the shelf that were recorded on VHS and sent straight to the mom and pop video rental stores. And the only thing you had to go on was the cool ass artwork. And you had fun on a Saturday night just checking these movies out. And that's what you get with Iced. I unabashedly enjoy the hell out of this movie. Vinegar Syndrome. Now, this was shot on film, but it was edited on videotape. The film has long since been gone. So Vinegar Syndrome restored this thing from basically the VHS copy that they had left. And they did the best they could, put it on Blu-ray. It is thoroughly fun to enjoy that way. Even with the kind of down quality of it, it still looks pretty good, and it kind of gives you some of those nostalgic vibes. It's a crazy-ass slasher, snow cabin slasher film, snow ski, all that kind of stuff, and I love that vibe. You got a group of friends who are up there in the cabin, and they're one of them is played by the grown-up Wednesday Addams from Addams Family. There's lots of nudity. There's lots of crazy kills. There is ridiculous plots. There is a snowplow that takes a good 45 minutes to run over a guy who just can't move out of the way. It is hilarious. You got to enjoy the movie. And I really like Iced. I like movies like this. They take me back to a time when we weren't so jaded. Everything didn't have to be the height of cinema and $300 million budgets and blah, 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 blah. Hell no. You could just make a movie and be like, man, I made this movie with my friends. Check this shit out. It is cool. That's what you get with Iced, and I absolutely dig it. I am here for it. I don't care if other people don't like it or not. It's sold out. So the haterade, maybe just a little bit of bitter tears there going down, but I enjoy Iced thoroughly. Comes in at number 9. Now, the next one, I recognize that a lot of people hate this movie. And again, I don't care. I think it's fun. And I am talking about Alien versus Predator. A lot of people just don't like this movie. They're like, oh, it's cartoonish. It does this, it does that. I like it. It brings in the whole ancient alien aspect to this thing. Like, these were the aliens that came back and sort of helped our civilization along. Like, if you watch the History Channel program that's been going for like 15 years about ancient aliens and stuff like that, yeah, maybe I believe some of that happened. So I find it cool that this is integrated in here. You got Lance Henriksen in this film. I love the whole fighting. I love the whole the unlikely team up going down between the Predator and a human woman. I dig it. I dig it. I like the Antarctic setting. It kind of throws me back to The Thing a little bit. I don't see what the complaining is. I enjoy the movie a whole lot, and it's a great sci-fi sort of horror action flick that brings in some of these cool-ass concepts and puts them in. Got Lance Henriksen. You got me. Alien vs. Predator. I know a lot of people don't like it. I really do. I think it's a lot of fun. I wish it had a 4K. Actually, I think it does have a 4K. Now, I might have got it in a 4K pack. I need to double check that. CLZ app to the rescue. But Alien vs. Predator comes in at what? 10, 9, 8 on this list. Now, at number 7 on this list, there's a few superhero films on this list. I'm not going to lie. I am a huge fan of Zachary Levi. I love him as a person. I think he's awesome. I think Chuck is one of the most underrated television series of all time. If you like James Bond and you like, go check out Chuck. Go check out Chuck. I also say, not the second one, but the first Shazam. I like Shazam a lot. And a lot of people who claim now not to like it, they must have liked it then because it made a boatload of money at the box office out of nowhere. And of course, he plays Billy Batson, who's a little boy. He's basically abandoned. He gets taken in by a foster family, and he gets the power, of I forget how it's like Zeus and Hercules and all this. The Shazam spells it all out. I can't remember all of them, but I enjoy it a lot. I think it's good. I think it's a good setup. I think, unfortunately, when The Rock got involved, and I'm a fan of The Rock, but I think when he got involved in trying to take over DC, pumped too much stuff into the second one, and they threw too much trying to get into Black Adam and take over, and it kind of went downhill. But that wasn't Zachary Levi's fault, and it wasn't this movie's fault. This movie is thoroughly enjoyable as a standalone in here, and I highly recommend it. People pretend they don't like it now. A lot of people did like it because it made a lot of money, and I say check it out. The 4K is solid, and I like this movie, and the charm of Zachary Levi, if it doesn't win you over, you might want to ask yourself why, because the dude is charming, he's charismatic, and there's this wholesomeness and believability that comes out through him that I totally dig, and it comes out in Shazam. Crowd pleaser is what it says on the back. I'd agree with that. I enjoy the movie. It comes in at 10, 9, 8, 7. Oh, I didn't write nothing down. All right, coming in at number 6 is one. I actually have 2 copies of this. This is the unopened Blu-ray that I just picked up recently, and I'm hoping for a 4K. This is one that I grew up with, and this would be a stunning 4K. I like the movie. It has an incredible cast. Warren Beatty, Madonna, Al Pacino, Dustin Hoffman. We got big names all over this. Beautiful cinematography, striking comic book style. Unfortunately, Warren Beatty doesn't like it. He's among the group that don't like this movie, and he owns it, and he's kind of sitting on it and won't let anything happen to Dick Tracy. I really like this movie a whole lot. And maybe I was just, again, you had to be there. I was the right age for it. When it came out, I mean, Madonna is huge. Warren Beatty was popular, but Al Pacino, huge. Like, all these people, just massive stars throwing into a comic book movie, which is really something we hadn't seen a ton of at that point right there. But this one is one that's crying out for a 4K. It's not the greatest movie in the world, right? But it's solid, and it's entertaining, and it's nostalgic, and I enjoy Dick Tracy. It needs a 4K. A lot of people don't like it. I do. I think it's a lot of fun. It had to be on this list. All right, next up on the list is another one that I gotta admit, it pulls nostalgic strings for me, and that kind of maybe ingratiates this film to me a little bit more. But another solid cast in this film. I am talking about the A Team. I don't have the 4K of this, but I do have the unrated extended cut, which is the way to go to watch this movie. You've got Liam Neeson in here. You got Bradley Cooper, who I think he's awesome. Especially, I love him as Rocket. Everything else he's done, I still love him as Rocket in Guardians of the Galaxy. But you also have Quentin Rampage Jackson in here, and Jessica Biel. And it is a great action film. Like, I grew up with the A Team, B.A. Baracus, Mr. T, all those guys, Murdoch, Hannibal. And I just had a lot of fun. It was nice seeing cameos in here of Face and stuff like that. But even just if you didn't have that nostalgia, I don't understand the hate for it as a fun popcorn action film, because it just has great action. The characters, maybe I identify and get the character development a little bit more because I grew up with the show. So I already kind of know them going in. But even if you didn't, it really does, in my opinion, a pretty good job of fleshing out all the characters. I just don't really understand the backlash against this one. I was quite frankly surprised it didn't get a sequel. But I really enjoyed it. It's a great, just fun action movie. I love it when a plan comes together. And it did for me with the A Team. It's thoroughly enjoyable. Is it the original series? No, but nothing's ever going to be. I think this is one of the better adaptations since Hollywood has no new ideas. But the A Team, fun action film, in my opinion. All right, we got 4 left. And this one, I had this one on my favorite vampires movies list. And man, did I catch grief for putting this on my favorite vampire. It was like a top 25 favorite vampires list, which I will revisit for spooky season. But yeah, I dig Renfield, man. I know a lot of people don't. It's super over the top, gory, which normally is not my thing. It just happens to work in here. I know there's a side plot with like crime syndicate and all that kind of stuff that doesn't fit. But to see Nicolas Cage as Dracula, get out of town, man. And you've got Renfield here. I don't see. I got the cool ass Turbine release of this film where I got a steelbook and a slipcover. Nicolas Cage, as he walks into the self-help group as Dracula and just starts dispatching people. I think it's awesome. Aquafina in the movie, she's whatever. But overall, I just think it's a fun ride, and it's so quirky to get to see Nicolas Cage as Dracula. I don't really get the hate for it. Like, it's not meant to be like a super serious another tale of Dracula. Like, if you want super serious, over self-important, sort of fart smelling Dracula film, then go watch Robert Eggers' Nosferatu. If that's what you want, go watch that. And I would watch this movie 3 times before I would watch Nosferatu. I'm just going to say that and be 100% honest with you. But yeah, I dig this one, and I like Renfield. What can I say? All right, I got a couple more, and the next one I know I'm going to draw hate. I'm going to draw hate on this one. So maybe before I do that, I should say that if you want to help support this channel, please like and subscribe, y'all. That really does help me out. Right now, I am in the process of moving a lot of like 4K reviews and stuff like that to my Patreon over there. So I'm giving a discount code for Patreon members. It is new25, 25% off your Patreon membership. And you get all my in-depth 4K reviews of stuff that I could never review here on the channel, like uncensored stuff. You get stuff from my movies, all kinds of discussions, all kinds of things, pictures, stuff I can't put here. Behind the scenes photos, tales of where I've done horror conventions, movie conventions, all kinds of stuff back there. So if you want to check out the Patreon link below before I run you off with my next pick, there you go. But new 25 is the discount code, and the Patreon link is below. You can join here at the YouTube channel as well. I just can't do as much stuff here because of YouTube's censorship rules. But now that I got that out of the way, because a lot of you are going to run and leave me when I go to this movie. That is Green Lantern. I'm a Ryan Reynolds fan, y'all, and I know he plays mostly Ryan Reynolds and everything, but I don't care. He's also charismatic as hell. He's fun to watch. He's not trying to be anything else. Dude actually has more acting ability than you give him credit for. He can act. But this is fun. I hate the suit. I think the suit looks like garbage. I know it famously melted down. They used Adobe Premiere Pro to edit this movie, and they used After Effects to create his suit. It famously melted down some servers and everything else trying to render it. I think the suit should have been done practically, but that's the kind of guy I am. I hate that it kind of started that trend, and they started moving and doing like when Iron Man went from a real suit, photorealistic, to CGI. I did not care for that. So that is a big knock on here. But overall, I just think the film is fun. It's fun. Like, I don't have a special allegiance to Green Lantern, so maybe that changes it a little bit. But overall, I just think this movie is fun and absolutely ridiculous. So Ryan Reynolds is perfect, in my opinion, for this movie. He's better as Deadpool, but I had a good time with this movie. So I never, like they say, you never go broke taking a profit. I'm never sad about having a good time watching a movie. I don't have to always wish it was something else. I can say, yeah, it's cheese ball, cheese dick shit, but it was fun. And that's what you got right here, Green Lantern. So if you don't take it too seriously and you just have fun, there's a fun time to be had. That keep that momentum, keep that thought for number 2. Now I'm desperate need of an upgrade. I have the 4K, but I just have the 4K disc somebody gave me a long time ago. It was actually my friend April, who's in my movie Dark Roads, with me. What else was she in? She was in Dark Road 79, and she was in Bring Me a Dream. And she didn't have a 4K player at the time, so she gave me the 4K of Suicide Squad. Part 1. I actually like Part 2 pretty good too. It's ridiculous. Again, fun. But this one, especially if you watch the extended cut, and I have desperate need of an upgrade here, but if you watch the extended cut, I think it's a good movie. Like, honestly think, and I was harsh on the Snyder Universe and the DCU, all that kind of stuff at the time. This movie is solid. It's solid. And of course, you've got Margot Robbie redefining Harley Quinn as a character. Just 100% redefining Harley Quinn. And she's entertaining, beautiful, obviously. I think Will Smith is good as Deadshot, even though he doesn't look like Deadshot that I remember from the comic books. I think he's good. A lot of people hate, oh gosh, what's his name that plays Captain Boomerang, who's actually great in the show Spartacus, if you've ever seen that. I don't think he's bad in this movie either. Diablo is great. I think the guy that plays Flag is really good. I actually think the one person in this movie that gets tons of credit for being good, who I think isn't, is Viola Davis. I don't think she's that great. I don't see what everybody else sees. I see her overacting big time in this movie. And I do not buy her as a badass as Amanda Waller. You want to know who I bought as a badass as Waller? Was Pam Grier, when Pam Grier played Waller on Smallville, the TV show. And she was putting together that squad. And my video is probably going to get taken down or muted because I named this movie here. So maybe I'll go back and beep it out, because the last time I talked about this movie in any regard, my video got throttled because AI is too stupid to realize I'm talking about a movie when I say that word. But the Unalive Squad. So I'm going to go back and beep that up, all that stuff out. So if you've got beeps before, this is why. But I thoroughly enjoy this movie. You got Batman making an appearance in here. I do not like Jared Leto as Joker, but that's not exclusive to this film. I think he's a crappy actor, and I don't know how he keeps getting work. He must have naked pictures of somebody somewhere, because he sucks out loud in everything he does. He's not good. And Jared Leto, if you're listening, bro, I am proud of you for parlaying whatever you got in life to get into all these movies and make a lot of money. But brother, I don't know how you got there, because you can't act, and you go way over serious. And I mean, oh my goodness gracious alive. And if you want to see some atrocious acting by him as Joker, go and watch that end like extra sequence in is it Snyder's Justice League? I can't admit. My goodness, it's awful. He's just not very good. Morbius, awful. He's just not good. But if you take that out, he's still kept in short doses in this, so he's tolerable. And I mean, to be fair, nobody would have been good as Joker after you've had Jack Nicholson as Joker, and of course Heath Ledger set the bar, in my opinion. But this movie, I think, is way better than people give it credit for. And you can probably tell by how long I've gone on with it, but I really enjoy it. I need to upgrade it. I'm probably going to maybe get the Film Arena release of this because to go with my other Film Arena DC stuff over there, because I think it's awesome and I enjoy it. So there you go. And I got one left. And if the three of you who are still hanging around and not angry at me for my list, probably two of you are getting ready to go. One person's going to hang in here with me in solidarity. I feel it. I feel the vibes out there. I know it's you. The solidarity is coming in here with this one. Now, I'm a Spielberg guy, so that tilts it just a little bit. Harrison Ford is my favorite actor of all time. That tilts a little bit too. And I'm into the ancient alien thing. That tilts it too. I'm, of course, talking about Indiana Jones in the Kingdom of Crystal Skull. And while this one is widely hated, I still need to get the 4K of this. I only got the Blu-ray. While this one's wildly hated out there, I dig it. I thought it was fun. It felt very Spielberg from the jump to me. I don't really see what all the hate is. Other than I don't like Shia LaBeouf in it. But I also don't dislike Shia LaBeouf like a lot of people. I think maybe for a long time he was a tool in real life. I think he's found himself, and I think he's found his faith, and I think he's a little bit different dude now. But like I didn't hate him in it either. As a matter of fact, I'll tell you what I hated more: this new monstrosity of a movie that they did, The Dial of Destiny. Now that one is not good. And they, of course, tried to make a girl boss in there. And so to do that, they had to go and kill off Shia LaBeouf's character, which I thought was asinine. I thought it was horrible. But this feels like old school Spielberg to me, right down to the stuff that people don't like, where you got the groundhogs like or whatever popping up and going by, and the car race at the beginning of the movie to the rock and roll music, and even Indy surviving the outside edges of a blast zone in a lead lined refrigerator. That, man, all that stuff feels very Spielberg to me. And unless you slept through Close Encounters, the ending of this movie should feel very Spielberg to you too, because that's what it is. And it brings in the ancient aliens, interdimensional beings theory, all that stuff. It's a great adventure. It's got sci-fi and horror elements to it. Like, I really don't understand the hate for this movie at all. I think the end is super cool. A Spielberg touch with the hat blowing in and him picking it up and taking it away from Shia LaBeouf. I think it hits a lot of great notes. It brings back great characters that we love. I really don't see the hate for it. I really don't. I enjoy the movie. I see Spielberg all over this thing. And I have a lot of fun with it. So the one person out there who's still hanging with me, we're solid. We're solid. You're my family. You my people out there. They say find your tribe. This is the kind of video that finds your tribe. And you know what? You don't have to agree. You can dislike all these movies. It's just fun to talk movies with all of you. And that's what I got for you today. And you'll have to excuse the audio if the audio has not been great. My microphone turned off halfway through this because we had a flicker on here. So I'm going to have to just doctor up this camera audio. If you were wondering and you're still listening and I didn't run you off with my picks, that's what I got to do. And if you enjoyed this and you want to see more, of course, I got that Patreon thing, new 25. Patreon link is below. I'll try to put links to Amazon to all these movies. I try to remember to do that. Sometimes I just forget. All that stuff helps out the channel. My wife's in there throwing shit around in the kitchen, so nobody fell and got killed. That's her dropping stuff. And, it's just real life around here talking movies, and I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, at least like and subscribe. That costs you nothing, and it helps me out more than you'll know. But until next time, be kind, rewind like always. It's Chase with AV Pop Culture. Woo boy. I'll see you real soon. Bye-bye. I know.